This video is just going to be cool stuff and features and functions that Resolve can do. First thing we have up here, I did a little film grain. If we look at it without it and with it, it adds a pretty nice little effect here. Here's before and here's after. Adds a nice little vintage texture to it. Now I got this from a site called Pexels, and I just typed in film grain under videos, and I think I downloaded this one here. So pexels.com, you can search for videos and photos and a lot of free stock footage and stuff. Pretty cool. That's film grain. Essentially, I just lowered the opacity and switched the composite mode to add. So if we go add, here's full strength, kind of harsh, and yes, it is covering the matte. I'd matte that if I was going to use it in the actual render. And then over in the color page, I actually took down the highlights. You can see it does that little bit of difference here from the highlights. So if you don't have a film grain emulator or not the studio version, you can do film grain using that. All right, another function is adding audio or video only from elements that have both. If you open up your dual viewer here, which is this little box in the upper right of your preview monitor, if you have the dual screen up, timeline is on the right and source monitor is on the left. So if we drop this on, you can see we have video and audio now. This little icon pops up. So if you made it in and out, that duration, you grab this film strip, it'll insert video only right down there. If you needed just the audio, you could grab the waveform and insert just the audio. So now we got both right here. Now you can change the default right here with this little drop down menu. Right now it's on video and audio, but you can choose insert video only. So if you're just working on video clips and you didn't want to insert audio, or if you're just looking for audio, you could tell it, and it highlights in red, letting you know you have it switch to a audio or video mode. So it's a little music note for audio and a little film strip for the video. And then by default, it just grays out. And as you grab it, as you can see, we get both the video and the audio. All right, now one thing I'm doing all the time is selecting clips to the left or right. Let's say you got a whole bunch of clips on your timeline. You can hit Option Y, and that'll choose everything to the right of your playhead, including wherever your playhead is on. So if you're here and you did that, it's everything to the right. And then to deselect, you could just click off. And then if we hit Command Y, that'll choose everything to the left of your playhead. So you can see all these clips got chosen, including this one here. Now, another thing that I do is selecting and deselecting clips. Let's say we didn't want this first channel of audio. If I hit Option, it'll let me select the individual parts of the clip. If you hit Shift Option, you can choose more than one. What I'm going to do is mute out this first audio clip by selecting it and then hitting D. Now it's only going to play this audio and this video, and vice versa. If you want to deselect the video, you can, and you can bring them back by hitting D as well. So I use that all the time. Another great feature is trim to playhead. So let's say I wanted this clip to end right here. Now I could always cut it and then select the other one and hit delete, or I could keep the cut out of it, choose the frame I want. If we go to the right of the clip here, we can select it and then hit E. That trims it all the way to where our playhead is. And you can do the same thing with the start of the clip too. Hit E. Now you can also trim both these clips on accident. If you hover over the middle, you see your icon changes to 2 rollers. And if I hit E, it'll trim that to there and roll edit the other edit. So be careful on how you choose that. All right, another cool thing is, let's say you're reviewing an edit. You don't want to keep having to go back and forth. You could choose the whole cut and hit loop, or you can go to playback here and choose stop and go to last position. So now if we're starting on this frame, even if I don't have an in and out selected, I hit play and I hit stop, it'll jump our playhead back to the start of that clip. That one's pretty handy to have. All right, another thing is matching frame. Let's say something happened and we needed to insert the audio or go back to the original clip. Same thing with our dual viewer open. If I'm at a spot on our timeline, doesn't matter where, if I hit F, it matches that frame with the source clip in the source viewer. So let's say we needed like a line of dialogue, and maybe we grabbed this here and moved our edit and slipped the audio. Maybe we accidentally deleted that part and we needed it back. We could go here, hit F, and then if we wanted to do that audio insert, there's both audio channels. I could delete that bottom track here and move this one right up into place. And now it's like that never happened, except they're not linked. You can see this little chain link. So if you needed to link these again, you can notice now if I click the video and the audio get selected because they're linked. Now if I click this one, only the bottom, because we replaced this first track, we can select all these and hit Command Option L, and that links them back. You get this little chain link again. You can also do that with a little right click here and use that bottom menu. But now it's back to how you're used to seeing it, where all the channels in video are linked together. So that's another couple of good features. All right, that's it. Some basic things that I use for navigating around, moving clips, trimming clips, finding source, and faking that film grain. If you found this helpful, consider giving me a like and subscribe. I always appreciate it. Thank you for the recent subscribers. Hope to see you guys in the comments. Leave me a comment if you got some kind of topic, maybe a problem. You want me to try to tackle it, make a video on it. I'm always looking for stuff for content. Thanks for watching. See you guys on the next video.